Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here today with my colleague Tammo. I'm Raul. I'm one of the managing partners, and today I will talk with my partner about the C++ and an embedded market in Germany. Let's jump in. Tammo, how is it going?
Oh, going good. Thank you, Raul. How are you?
All good, alles gut. Today we want to talk about the C++ market. Actually, tell us and our community, why is the C++ market so exciting?
Yeah, let us speak about the embedded market in general, so C and C++, of
Right.
course. Well, what we see here, if you have a look at this graph over here, what you see here is that, it's in German, but you can read it. What you see here, that the embedded market is very, very strong. You see that it has been booming for the last, since 2015, basically. It got a bit of a hit during COVID, but now it's just like going through the roof. You see that there are more than 200% more open position than if you compare it to the general opening. So that is really a lot. So the embedded market in 2024 is among the strongest job market in Germany if you want to land a job here. Why is that, Raul? Maybe first of all, we speak a bit about the background of the embedded industry here, and then we speak about what kind of skills you need to bring to the table to land a job.
That is very important to know, yeah.
And last but not least, we could speak about how you can get one of those jobs, obviously.
Exactly. So let's cover the first part of it. We have in Germany, as you all know, a very strong industry-based economy and also a very strong automotive industry. We want to make it clear that it's not only for the automotive industry, also Germany is very strong when it comes to the industry in general. So as you all know, Germany is an industry-based economy, and what kind of profiles are actually needed? What kind of skills are needed, Tammo?
Yeah, you're right. Germany is a very strong export-oriented economy, and it is still by far the biggest economy in Europe. So there is a huge demand, you said it, automotive, but also all other industries. IoT has become very strong in the recent years. So there is a strong demand, as we could see from the statistics before, for embedded developers. Speaking about the skills you need to bring to the table. So if you're applying from outside of Germany, if you're, for example, in countries like India or Pakistan at the moment, good thing for you is you don't have to speak German. That's the first thing. English is enough to land a job here. Second thing is we need to speak about experience. We have seen in the last years that you need to have around 5 years of experience to have a fair chance to land one of those jobs. That's right. The first thing. Regarding the other skills you need to bring to the table, let us have a look at one of the typical job descriptions which you can find on a job board. I choose Indeed, you can choose any.
Very good.
So let's have a look here. What you see here is an embedded application developer for digital features. Don't worry about the company, that's not important anymore. Why I choose that job description is because it is typical, yeah. Let's jump to the requirements section straight ahead. What you see here is you possess a bachelor and master's degree. Okay, that is standard. By the way, for you it is important because if you have a bachelor's degree, it makes your visa process easier later on, so you can apply for a blue card, which is by far the fastest visa. We come to that later again. Then they say you have to have 3 years of experience with embedded development, C++ 17 or Linux. Yeah, so they mentioned 3 years. Again, we see you only have a fair chance really if you have 5 years or more.
Yeah.
So C++ 17, they work with one of the latest versions, that's standards, and they work with Linux. Obviously, you have to be worked with Linux before. For other jobs also, it is okay if you have worked with Windows. And you see that is almost it when it comes to technical skills. They write here, it's a plus that you have domain knowledge and navigation. So they work in the automotive industry. For that, obviously, it is good if you have been working on similar projects before and if you have been using tools like AutoSAR. Yeah? Again, you don't need that for all the jobs in Germany, but for that job, if you have relevant project experience, and with relevant project experience, we mean worked on scalable projects with big companies for the last years, and if you have been working with AutoSAR, then you are an ideal fit. That's about it already for the technical part, but what they mention here, you have advanced English skills. What does that mean, Raul?
Yeah, so we see this is the fact actually not only for C++ developers, but of course here when we talk about advanced English skills, first thing that it's a proof or a sign that German is not needed. Yeah? You may ask, do I need German to get a job in Germany? No, as a C++ embedded engineer, you don't need any German skills, first thing. Then advanced English skills, meaning you can speak English fluently, you can write fluently without any mistakes, and can have a proper conversation. So C1 level, maybe even more and better, is a must. That means that you can really communicate with a team, that you maybe communicate with a client, very fluently explain and be also always a solution-oriented person in showing your proactivity to solve problems at the office. Yeah? So this is all, or that will all be considered during the hiring process, but of course you need to know in advance if your English skills are good enough or not. Yeah? So don't forget about that.
You're completely right. I mean, your tech skills are one thing, but the other thing is how you bring it across in the end
Communication.
in the interview process. Let us have a look at a second job description, which you see here. You see it's from a different company. It's called C++ Embedded Software Engineer. And in the end, it's pretty similar, right? The only thing that's a bit different, they work with C++ 14 is the focus, right? They mentioned before excellent problem and solving analytical skills. And what do they mean with that? So let us tell you one thing about the quality of code in Germany. So what you will see with German companies also in your coding challenges, which you're gonna get, German companies looking for clean code. And clean code means follow solid principles, write test cases, a clean structure, have good README files, all this kind of stuff. This is absolutely key for your tech rounds. Apart from that, they manage knowledge of Python. So if you had Python, you would be an ideal candidate. And the rest is just a plus, but they work with some specific tools like OpenCV or CNN. I mean, that is really a specific requirement for that job. If you have worked with that, that would be ideal.
And again, the automotive part. So we have helped many C++ embedded developers land a job here in Germany. I think only the few had automotive background or also AutoSAR. Yeah. So that is really, really not needed. Of course, the basics, different microcontrollers and these kinds of things, which should be the standard for
communication protocols are extremely important.
That is the standard which you should be very familiar with.
Exactly. Also, we have been working with firmware developers as well, who will be really good in C, embedded C. If you're a firmware developer, if you have good project experience, and that is really more important than the specific tech skills you have at the moment. So if you have been working with big companies for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, working with C, C++, really, then you have good chances, because the other tools, you can learn them quite easily. So the way you write code is absolutely key here. So we have seen 2 jobs, just to give you a general overview about what you need to bring to the table. What is the next step then? So if you are an experienced embedded developer, the very first step, obviously, you need to do is you need to get your CV and your LinkedIn right. because without that, you don't have a chance to get an interview process. That is the next thing you should worry about. You know there's a demand for your kind of skill set, then get your CV, your LinkedIn right, and then start applying. And then obviously the interview process, as Raul already mentioned, where communication comes in. Those all things together make it relatively easy for you, if you are an international C++, C developer, to land a job here. So that is really not rocket science. We have seen people, it took 1 month, it took 2 months, 3 months. Yeah? It's absolutely doable.
Okay, good. Thanks, Tammo, for sharing these insights. So for all the embedded engineers out there, what should someone do if he or she wants to join our program and needs help to get a job in Germany?
So yeah, I forgot one thing. I found out why Germany is attractive in the first place. So why should you do it? I mean, we have seen that salaries in embedded is among the highest, what we have seen. So if you're an experienced guy, a good starting salary would be between 80 and 90,000 euros. And that's a starting salary, right? Gross salary. You're gonna increase that salary after being in Germany for 2 to 3 years. You're gonna get more than 100K. So not only from a financial perspective, but also, of course, one main reason why people come here: work-life balance, good education for your kids. Yeah, we have made different videos about that. So watch the other videos.
Security and health system.
Exactly. Watch those videos, and if you are interested now to book a call with us or to work with us, that we can help you to find a job here, you should watch our 20-minute video training, which you find below this video, and then book a get-to-know call with us. We will assess your skills, and if you have the necessary skills, we will work with you. It will take 2 to 3 months. You will get a job offer, and you will be coming to Germany and work here.
Great. So I hope you learned some stuff about Germany and German IT market, especially this time about the C++ embedded job market. If you're interested, let's get in touch, and we hope we can support you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.